I would like to know Geneva, under the United Nations, it is the very important organization. There, when the voting took place regarding Sri Lanka, for what reasons India abstained from voting? This is my first clarification. I want to reply from you. Second thing, at our doorstep the genocide took place. Lakhs and lakhs of Tamils were killed, and women were raped, and children were killed, and the previous government gave weapons. That is different. But now, when all these things have happened, you are giving support now to Sri Lanka. But Sri Lanka has leased out Hambantota port to China, and recently also Chinese warship landed in the port, compromising our national security and coastal security. It will have a serious bearing on India's security and economic and strategic interests and maritime and coastal facilities. On this important issue, what steps you have taken to protect the interests of India?
Sir, Vaikoji's two questions. One about our abstention in the UN Human Rights Commission. This has been a long-standing position by India, keeping in mind what not just this government but its predecessor governments have also thought is the most constructive way of addressing and advancing the interests of the Tamil community in Sri Lanka. That continues to be our approach. Regarding the support we have given to Sri Lanka, please, I would request the honourable member to appreciate. We have given support to the entirety of Sri Lanka, which also includes the Tamil community, the Sinhalese community, the other communities. So we have not taken a communal approach to giving support. To have a neighbor in this kind of serious economic situation, we would be shirking our responsibilities if we did not step forward at that moment, and that is exactly what we have done.
Sri Lanka and India had a pact to solve the Sri Lankan Tamil issue, that I am giving some amendment and protect the rights. What is the stage now? That is, at the time, Jayavardhane and Honorable former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, they made an agreement. Whether the government is very seriously insisting that to get the, because when we are conducting a program, the G20, it is a prestige for India. At the same time, our neighbor, our brothers who also has said died and also for certain causes. But what is the fate of that fact? Whether government India has taken a serious step on this thing?
About the India-Sri Lanka agreement of 1987, it is still an agreement. It is an agreement which has been the basis for changes in Sri Lanka, including provincial councils which have come about as a result. In our view, it is still an agreement that continues to remain the foundation of how both our relationship with Sri Lanka is conducted and how Sri Lanka itself looks at its own future. So I would like to assure him that we continue to. It is very much on our radar. We are very, very supportive of it.
Declaring that this is not an era of war. But the Ukraine war is still going on. The people there are undergoing so much of struggle. They are struggling for basic food and everything. Other than the students who have come here, whose future is still in a question and they have not yet been resolved. In a humanitarian consideration, India has always intervened wherever there is some problem for any human being in the world. So in this context, what are the steps our government is taking to put an end to this war and save the people of Ukraine, as well as to restore the students who have returned from there, to find a way for those students who have returned from Ukraine?
On the Ukraine students, some of the students have gone back, some have looked for other solutions. In some cases, the Ukrainian authorities have offered some solutions. So it is a very mixed picture. Unfortunately, there is no clean and simple answer here, but the government is doing what it can in this situation. That is also a concern which Trichy Shivaji raised about the Ukrainian students.